Conversations with Nicole. Let's talk about it. Tell me all about it. I'm here. I wanna know what's on your mind. Ooh, the world needs to hear from you, and I'm so glad to have a conversation to reach the nation. And it's all about you. We'll help each other to discover innovative ways to positively change the world. Let's talk about, let's talk about, yeah. Let's talk about conversations with Nicole.
Greetings. Welcome to Conversations with Nicole. I am Nicole Everett, your host. And Conversations with Nicole is a talk show based in Tallahassee, Florida, focused on connecting the community through conversations. And today is what I call Wellness Wednesday, which is an opportunity for you, me, and my guests to talk about something interesting and intriguing. And tonight, our topic is we are all in this together. I have two, yes, not one, but two very special guests from Jacob Chapel Baptist Church here in Tallahassee, Miss Carla McBride and Pastor Kortney Haigler. And they have a special event coming up this Saturday that they are going to talk about. It's a community resource fair that the Chapel's Foundation is hosting. And so we're going to talk about it. And I think this topic of we are all in this together is so timely with what we are seeing going on from a national standpoint that's affecting all of us locally. So before I bring them on, I need to hear from you. Where are you tuning in from? We are live on Facebook, on YouTube, and on LinkedIn, and your comments and questions are very much so welcome. So if you will, please, in the comments, let us know what city and state you're tuning in from. This is an interactive live, and we expect to hear from you. We want to hear from you. So I see we have a Warrior Woman Powell on checking in. She was already on before we even got started. So we appreciate the enthusiasm. All right, we got Brother Marcus Boston down in Tampa. Thank you for being here, Marcus. And I know there'll be others joining us, but again, safe space. So definitely log in, comment, like, share, tag a friend, let them know they need to be on here, part of this conversation. All right, we got Linda Williams in Winter Haven, Florida. Thank you for being here. And S. Sampson in Tally. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. For those of you who may be new to the platform, please subscribe to Conversations with Nicole on YouTube. We definitely would love to get your viewership on a regular basis. I see Hall McBride, ex-Hall McBride in Atlanta. Thank you for being here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share some of my guest bios. So up first is Miss Carla McBride, who is a proud Tallahassee native and graduate of James S. Rickards High School and of Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University alumni, just like me, go Rattlers. And she's a dedicated member of Jacob Chapel Baptist Church, where she serves faithfully as a child of God and active servant leader. She serves as the president of the executive board of the Chapel's Outreach Foundation and on the executive board of the Capital Area Justice Ministry. And her life and work reflect her passion for faith, service, and uplifting the community. So y'all help me welcome Miss Carla McBride.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. So this is a question I ask all my guests. Who are you? Not what you do. So in your own words, I want to hear who you are, if you don't mind sharing.
Oh man, you put me on the spot early. Well, I think you kind of hit it on that. First of all, I am a daughter. I am a mother of a beautiful young son. I am a sister to two brothers. I am a faithful member of Jacob Chapel Baptist Church. And I just am big about service in the community, helping others, giving back however I can. And so that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I mean, there's a lot of other things that I do, but kind of sum it up, make it short. That's about it.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for sharing that, and thank you for being here with me today. All right. Up next is Reverend Kortney Haigler, who is the executive director of the chapel's Outreach Foundation. He's originally from Jersey City, New Jersey. Recently celebrated his 25th preaching anniversary and is the 10th pastor of Jacob Chapel Baptist Church, located on the south side of Tallahassee. And so we are super excited to have him joining us today. So, y'all help us welcome Pastor K.L. Haigler. Yay!
Good evening. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening. Doing well. How are you?
I'm well. No complaints.
Good, 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 good. All right, Pastor, same question. Who is Pastor K.L. Haigler? Not what you do, but who are you in your own words?
I'm a father, I'm a husband, and I'm a servant.
Okay, all right. Short and sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yes.
So we have several folks chiming in. My goodness, Willeen, thank you for being here. Tallahassee, we getting all the claps and the all of the praises going on. Yes, yes, that's our pastor. Wonderful, love it. All right, and so I got to give a shout out to Janita because she is the one that connected Carla and I. She said
Yes.
that's my leader, Queen Carla. So thank you so much for connecting us, Janita. All right. Mark is Carla. Yes. Tori, I don't yes, okay. So all of the shouts out. We got S. Sampson, Janita, uh the shirt is my style. She's giving you a compliment in your shirt.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
that. Yeah. So again, y'all, please like, please tag, please share, tell folks they need to join us tonight. So you all have a special event coming up. So if you don't mind, giving us a little bit about this resource fair, community resource fair coming up, Carla, if you could just kind of give us an overview.
Absolutely, Nicole. I am so excited. Can't wait for Saturday to get here. It's an awesome event that the Chapel's Outreach Foundation, in conjunction with Jacob Chapel Baptist Church, is putting on for our community at large. Essentially, this is our way of giving back, providing very critical and necessary resources that are valuable to our community, putting it all in one place. We understand that everybody doesn't necessarily have access to resources or the information to know how to get to the resources, right? So this is our way of putting it all in one place, making it available for free, and creating an environment where people can come out and get what they need across the board. Several different resources and things will be on site. We're going to be giving away food and clothing. There's going to be a car show, performances. So it's a whole lot going on in one place, but a lot of fun, fellowship, in a way, again, just to give back to the community and put the resources right at their fingertips.
Love it. That's awesome. Awesome. And so that's going to be on this coming Saturday from 9 to 2 at Jacob Chapel, right?
Jacob Chapel Baptist Church, 2333 Lake Bradford Road.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now, I know that you all, because the fountain's mission is to do this type of outreach, like this is going to be like a big celebration, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Hmm.
Um, this is one of our kind of one of our, I guess, closeout end of year big events that we put on. Our goal is to try to host one at least every year with a
Okay.
different focus and a different mission. So this is, the one for this year that we're putting on. Yes.
Nice, 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 nice. All right. So, Pastor, so tell me what you are most looking forward to on this coming Saturday.
I'm looking forward to people receiving the needed help,
Hmm.
the needed resources. I'm excited about this event. Carla and her team has done a phenomenal job. This is their first event as an established outreach foundation for our church. And so I believe that they are going to knock it out of the park. I believe people are going to leave inspired, encouraged. I believe people are going to leave with resources that they need. It's not enough to just give people a fish sandwich. We need to teach them how to fish. And I
Yes.
think this is our first endeavor in teaching the community, number one, that the chapel cares, and number two, how they can have resources for themselves to provide for their own families.
Love it. Love it. All right. And so I know that you all were a recipient of the Give Tallahassee grant, correct?
Yes,
Okay. So tell us a little bit about how, that experience.
Carla.
Well, that was a great experience as well. Again, as a newly founded organization, it was very impactful for us to be able to be the top recipient of the Give Tallahassee grant. That award was a $10,000 grant. So that helped us build a foundation to be able to do the work in the community that we've been doing thus far this year, and to be able to host this event that we're hosting on this upcoming Saturday. But very, very good experience, engaging. We were able to partner with a marketing company because there was also a marketing grant that was provided as a part of that. But just to be able to be in fellowship with other like-minded nonprofits that are doing the work in the community. This grant, as you may know, Nicole, is more for organizations that are, I guess, what I like to call the boots on the ground, right? We're small profits, those nonprofits that are getting a lot of federal funding or large grants or things of that nature. And so this is Give Tallahassee's way of giving back to those smaller nonprofits that are making a huge impact in the community. So it was quite an experience and well worth it.
Nice. Now, in terms of you all receiving the grants, I assume there was some type of application or presentation or something that had to be done. What was it that you presented to, I guess, on the application or to the panel or what have you, that, inspired them or, made them say, yes, we want to give to the Chapel Foundation?
So it was a unique process, and actually the people voted and they selected. And so, yes, to answer your question, there was an application
Okay.
for us at the time, being that the nonprofit was newly formed. We did have some other ministries within our church that were already kind of doing the work and helping us, and we kind of latched on to that, created
Okay.
those partnerships, and kind of expanded the reach with regards to those initiatives. And so our food pantry was one of those areas where we help bridge the gap with food insecurity in the community. In addition to that, our senior meals outreach. Every single Saturday, we provide 2 hot meals to 100 seniors, and we actually prepare those meals and we actually deliver those meals. And I'm not talking about ham sandwiches or bologna sandwiches. I'm talking
Okay.
pork chops and different things of that
Okay.
nature. So people are eating good in the community. And so we talked about those initiatives. We highlighted some of the community members that benefited from those initiatives. And essentially the process was, it's up to the community to decide who wins.
Mm,
So it was a voting process that was established. People were responsible for going out to WCTV, to the link, to vote on a daily basis.
okay.
Needless to say, I'll just say I believe the chapel showed up and showed out. I think there was an abundance of votes, an outpour of votes for the Chapel's Outreach Foundation, and we were very blessed to come out on top. There were a
Nice.
lot of organizations that were doing phenomenal things in the community. So, that's not remiss, but, thankful to God that we were blessed to be the recipients. But that's pretty much how the process unfolded. The people decided.
Nice, nice, nice. Now, you mentioned food insecurity, and I know, especially at this time, like there's November 5th, 2025, that is heavy on the hearts and minds of folks with SNAP benefits being on hold, on pause with the government shutdown, right? And so talk to me a little bit about um, the work that you all have done in that space, with what you've already shared, but just what you're currently doing with, I think you mentioned before we got on the show, y'all's partnership with like Second Harvest. So talk to me a little bit about food insecurity and how important it is for folks to have meals and to have healthy meals for that matter that they can eat.
Well,
Absolutely.
we immediately went into action by extending our pantry hours, and so now we're here Tuesday and Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 6:30 p.m.
Okay.
We are looking to have conversations this up and coming week with Aldi's. We got some information, and Aldi's has a program where we can purchase enough food to feed 10 people for $40. And so we're going to sit down and speak with them. Our goal is to kind of build some partnerships. We do an outreach called Daily Bread every Thursday morning where people come and get bread. And so we want to kind of push that effort a little further with those Walmarts and Publix that donate to us. We do another outreach called Farm Share. And so we're looking to extend those outreaches. And First Friday that we partner with on Second Harvest, every first Friday we give away food. And so now at this juncture, it's really about extending the partnership, reaching out to some families and some friends in the community that will help us extend our pantry and our resources in this food insecurity. We feed seniors every Saturday.
Mm,
We take meals, and so our members volunteer weekly. Those initiatives are not government funded.
mm,
Those initiatives are funded by um, the sweet people of Jacob Chapel from their giving, from their tithing, from their offering. And so this Sunday we have a giving initiative called Matthew 25.
mhm.
And in that Give It initiative, we've asked members to bring the best resources that they can on this Sunday. And so we're looking to share from those resources to stock our pantry. We've done some things with the people of this church that is just phenomenal. I am extremely proud to be their pastor. God has blessed me
Nice.
with a group of people who have a heart for this community. And so we're looking to build those resources, especially from this Friday, this Saturday, to
Mm,
kind of make sure that this partnership continues not just now, but it continues for a lifetime because food insecurity is going to be here. And so
wow.
we want to be able to establish ourselves in making sure that we can provide food for families. We have an initiative actually for Thanksgiving where we have chosen 50 families where we're going to give them breakfast on that Saturday morning. And
Okay.
also, each family will receive a basket for Thanksgiving so that they can have a full Thanksgiving meal. And also, it'll be resources here that particular Saturday. So we did a survey to see the needs of our community and the needs that people desire, whether it's a job, whether it's mental health and wellness, whether it's mental stability, whatever it is. And from that survey, we were able to kind of put together another resource situation for them on that Saturday. And so we're going to feed them, we're going to prepare them, but we're definitely going to make sure that they leave with tools. So we have several resources. We got Angel Tree,
Okay.
where we have adopted 50 incarcerated people who are incarcerated, 50 families, where we will provide toys and clothing and stuff for them for Christmas. And so the work never stops here
Yeah.
at the chapel. Saturday is really just a kickoff in what we've been doing for a very long time.
Hmm.
And we're looking for partners. So those who want to partner, call us, come by. Let's sit down, let's have a conversation. We're reaching across the aisles and shaking hands with black, white, brown. Does not matter. Doesn't matter whether you're Jew, Gentile. It doesn't matter. Protestant, Catholic, Muslim. It doesn't matter. We are here to serve the community. It's about the community and meeting the needs of the people. So we have several initiatives going on and several conversations happening with some resources around the city.
Wow, that's tremendous. Now you all are sounding like the community church of old. And what I mean by that is that, people really used to be really the church was such a staple in the lives of folks, and they looked to the church to help them with, just a lot of the physical needs that they had. And so this is really tremendous. I'm very impressed with all of this. I really am. I mean, wow. So that's great. And I don't know who Andrea uh G83 is, but says it takes a village, and we appreciate our corporate sponsors and a conversation. I see what you did there. So I think this might be one of y'all's members because they're chiming in really well. The chapel is a church that helps people. Love it. All right. So, and you said you've been doing this work for a very long time. Sounds like y'all are extremely busy with the work that you're doing. If you're, doing Tuesday and Wednesday food distributions, Thursday daily bread, first Friday, Saturday you feeding the seniors. I mean, boy, y'all are doing a whole lot. So, talk to me a little bit about, and Carla, you mentioned this before we jumped on the live, about some of those food insecurity statistics.
Yes, yes. So we are definitely in tumultuous times right now, especially with decisions that are being made by our federal and local officials, right? So um, the Chapels Outreach Foundation is also looking into some additional initiatives of how we can kind of help bridge the gap as it relates to the discontinuance of SNAP benefits. And so I did some preliminary research, and I was shocked to see that 14.8% of residents currently in Leon County are facing food insecurity.
Oh,
Yes. And to add to that, 22% of children are experiencing food insecurity here in Leon County. And as it relates, Nicole, to SNAP benefits, we're looking at upwards of 36,000 individuals that are currently receiving SNAP benefits that are not receiving SNAP benefits as a result of decisions that are being made by our officials right now. And that is just, heart-wrenching to know that there are so many people being impacted. And we definitely have a food insecurity issue, not just in Leon County, but in this country as a whole.
mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, those numbers are staggering. And again, just as Marcus just said, this is beautiful work. So thank you for the work that you all are doing in the community. I know there are, many distribution centers throughout the county, a number of churches, community centers that are also doing this work. But you all definitely are to be commended on what you have done thus far. So Marcus has a question. He says, have you seen an increase since the government shut down?
Yes, we have. Since last week, we normally average maybe about 10 people a day between Tuesday and Wednesday.
Mhm.
Last week alone, before 12 noon, we looked at about 15 to 20 people.
Okay, gotcha.
So it has doubled. Sometimes it slows down, and then there is a massive increase.
Hmm.
So this not only takes hard work, it takes heart work.
It does.
You have to have a heart to do this. And
Hmm.
we see now that our government officials don't have a heart. And so, if the Church of Jesus Christ is going to be just that, we're going to have to show levels of compassion, mercy, and grace uh,
Mm.
to the people of our community. The church has to go back to what it used to be. And that's not only a beacon of light, but a place of shelter, a place
Yeah.
of help, a place of support. We got to get away from the lights and the fog and the limelight. It's time for the church to go back to its roots and get into the trenches of the community and make sure that people are fed not only physically but also mentally and emotionally.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you mentioned earlier about, just people getting the resources at this event on Saturday. Who are some of the vendors that they can expect to engage with at the event?
Oh, absolutely. So um, I'm just going to ramble off the list of vendors.
Okay.
Uh, so we have the Big Ben Homeless Coalition that will be out there. Their supportive services for veteran families unit will be on site. The
Okay.
Kearney Center will be present, Tallahassee Police Department, Elder Care Services, Leon County Fire Department, Bond Community Health Care Center will be on site providing health screenings. That's everything from prostate screenings, breast examinations, blood pressure, blood glucose screenings. Organization by the name of Now I Can Wear Pink, which is an organization that provides resources and counseling services to domestic violence individuals that have experienced domestic violence. Camp Summer Garden, which is a after school and summer camp program that specializes in children with autism. Tallahassee Lenders Consortium will be there. Uh, Another organization by the name of Impact, which stands for Motivating People Through Arts and Crafts. They will be there. The 4-H Club, which is a youth organization, long-time youth organization in the community. I think 4-H has been around since I was a youth.
Yeah.
One Blood. So anyone that wants to give blood donations, they will be on site accepting blood donations.
Okay.
The Neighborhood Medical Center will be on site. They'll also be providing health screenings, including HIV testing. The Refuge House, I know they've been on the news prevalently here lately. They will be present on site. Humana Healthy Horizons in Florida, which is the Humana Medicaid branch of insurance. So we have a couple of different insurance providers that'll be on site offering health insurance as well as life insurance. Big Bend Hospice will be present. Capital City Bank, so financial literacy in banking will also be available. The Area Agency on Aging for North Florida will be present. They provide services to our seniors in our community. Pretty Elite, which is a youth organization dedicated to empowering young women, they will be present. The Council on the Status of Men and Boys will be present. Hancock Whitney Bank, another financial institution that will be present providing financial literacy resources. Big Bend Habitat for Humanity will be on site talking to the community about getting housing. First time home buyers, what that process looks like and how they can, work towards their first home. The Appalachian Center is going to be there. I'm excited about that because I think that, there's a critical need for catering to our mental health in our community as well. So excited to have them partner with us as well. Tallahassee Veteran Services. We have a company by the name of the Insurance Lady, again, another life insurance provider. Career Source Capital Regional. So all about providing jobs to those in the community, those seeking employment. They will actually be on site assisting members of the community with job placement and reemployment assistance. Aurora Insurance is also another insurance company that will be on site providing, I believe, access to Medicaid insurance benefits. And then we also have the Omega Lamplighters, which are very well known here in the Tallahassee area. That is an organization that caters to the empowerment of young men in our community. We have a professor at Florida A&M who's also a gun safety trainer who will be on site providing gun safety advice. And
Really?
yes,
Billy Williams.
How did you know?
No, most of these people you're talking about.
Okay, well, yes. Dr. Williams will be in the building again with the recent laws that have been passed around, carrying and those kind of things. We want to make sure that our community is equipped and understand, how to safely conduct themselves in this current environment. And then the Oasis Center, they are also an organization that assists with domestic violence in individuals that have experienced domestic violence. So that's the short list.
The short list. That seems pretty long to me, but that's wonderful.
Well, you forgot one, my favorite, Pepsi.
Oh.
Pepsi. Okay.
Well, yes. Well, Pepsi is actually one of our sponsors for the event. And in addition to Pepsi, we have Kappa Psi Psi, which is one of the healthcare sororities at Florida A&M, as well as the Allied Health Sciences um, at Florida A&M that have also contributed to us financially and helping us put off this event and support it. So big thank you to those organizations as well. But yes.
Wow. So y'all are not short with things for the folks to do at
No.
all. All right. So we are about halfway through our conversation. There are a few more folks that have joined us that I want to acknowledge. Brother Quasi out of Atlanta. Thank you for being here. My mom is on from Miami, and she also said, thank you for what you do for so many. Yes. And we had Enigma Sep on. He said, my mom lives in Central Florida, but she's been in love with Jacob Chapel for the past year and a half. So maybe she's one of those virtual folks that tunes in. So wonderful. Thank you for that. All right. Miss Walleen says, anything for the youth to do?
Absolutely, absolutely. So as I mentioned earlier, this is for the entire family. So we have created what we call a kids zone.
Okay.
So there are going to be bounce houses, there are going to be face painting, we have balloon artists, we will have a character on site to take photos with the youth. They're going to have an area specifically catered to them where they'll have board games and things that they can engage in. And then in addition to that, some of the resources that I called out earlier will be there for the parents in case they're interested in how those resources may be able to benefit them. But definitely, yes, definitely fun for the youth. And in addition to the youth, we also have some performances that will be occurring on site. So you may be familiar with Mr. Keith Rogers of Black on Black Ride. He's going to be hosting our performance segment of the day. And we have performances from Bay King's Band, which is a live cover band here locally out of Tallahassee, Florida. They will be performing. The world-renowned Jacob Chapel Praise and Worship Team is going to be on site, rocking the mic for sure.
Okay.
And then we also have one of our very own youth, who is very talented, very skilled, by the name of Patient Stringer, excuse me, who is going to provide a rap performance. And so something for everybody. You got gospel, you got your conventional music, we have some poetry and spoken word that's going to be going on, a little bit of comedy that's going to be going on, and a little bit of rap for our youth as well. So something for everybody. And dare not mention that we will have an on-site car show. So there's going to be antique cars, there's going to be the Corvette cars,
Wow.
be a competition and an award ceremony for our car show as well. So a lot of fun, jam-packed in one area, something for everybody.
Y'all are hitting it hard with this inaugural community resource fair. I mean, this sounds like a festival.
Yeah, it may end up that way.
All right, Miss Linda Williams, she said, good job for community of Tallahassee. That's a blessing. Indeed, it is. So I want to, I mean, we've touched on the topic, but not specifically touched on the topic. But the topic of our discussion is we're all in this together. So, Pastor, I'd like you to speak to that briefly again as we, look at all of these components that you all are pulling together for this resource fair. As we reflect on, again, the state of our nation with food insecurity and, these benefits not being available for folks that are used to having them. What does we're all in this together mean at this moment in time?
Well, it really means the absence of segregation, the absence of prejudice. Segregation is not just a race or a color. Prejudice is not just a lend it to a particular group of people, but it's a mindset that we have to get rid of. It's a characteristic that we have to get rid of. We're so divided as a world, as a community, not just as a race, but we're divided individually. We're divided within ourselves.
Hmm.
And it's hard to give a person a hug when you don't have no arms. And so we have a lot of people walking around with no arms. And the church is equipped um, with having the person of Jesus Christ and that message to where we should be locking arms with one another to be able to respond to this food insecurity. We have to learn how to speak truth to power.
Mm.
And so if we're in this together, that means we can't sit at the king's table and dance to the king's music and not be able to stand up and speak to the king when they're, treating people unfair and
Mm.
unjust. And so if we're going to be in this together, that means we need to sit down and have a conversation outside of our preferences, our entitlements, our differences, because there is a community that is hurting.
Yeah.
It's not just black people that's hurting, everyone is hurting. And so we need to be able to remove the mindset of just, catering to our community and catering to a particular group of the community. I was watching a documentary um, with Andrew Young about 2 weeks ago on MSNBC. He
Mhm.
said one of the interesting things about the aftermath of Dr. King's death was that the separation that they had faced during the civil rights movement had done crept into the meetings of those who walked with Dr. King. And
Mm.
so now that attitude of separation had crept in, and so it became hard for them to bounce back after his death to continue the civil rights movement. Well,
Yeah.
that's still true today.
Mm.
We're separated on Sundays.
Yeah.
Children are not speaking to older folk not speaking to younger people. We're separated on Sundays. We're segregated in a place that we're supposed to unite. The
Mm.
only thing that's going to change that is us learning how to submit and surrender to what has empowered us to not look at each other in a sense of being entitled or having more.
Mm.
It's time for all of us to roll up our sleeves. We do a declaration every Sunday that
Uh-huh.
says a healthy Christian creates a healthy church. A healthy
Mm.
church creates a healthy community. And so if the community is sick, that means the church is sick. And if the church is sick, that means the Christian is sick. If all of those things are going to be healthy, then we're going to have to start with ourselves.
I like that. Say that declaration one more time.
A healthy Christian creates a healthy church. A healthy church creates a healthy community.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. Marcus had a question. He said, do you think mega churches do enough for their communities?
Oh, well, there's no one mega at this time. The pandemic has put us all on a level playing field. I think churches um, minister to their base or to the needs of the people of their community. I can't speak for those pastors. I know I can speak for Jacob Chapel, and they are a group of blessed people who have a desire to do more. Uh, I think it really starts with the church,
Mm.
not the building, the
Mhm.
person. And so if I'm not an individual who's going to help someone, then I'm a part of a church and I spread that mentality throughout those who I congregate with. And so I
Mhm.
think the mission of the church is really based upon the mind of the person who's sitting in the pew.
Yeah. No, that's good. And very true. Very true. So, how can the community help uh Jacob Chapel and your mission and help you with this work that you're doing?
Answer the phone.
Answer the phone. Okay, because you calling. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, I mean, we're calling. We're calling pastors. We're calling community leaders.
Mm.
I don't want to see you during election time. I need to see you today.
Come on.
This is we're not going to provide a platform for you to pimp the people that I pastor with making promises that you're not going to keep.
Mhm.
And so, if the community is going to help, then the community has to come together. Outdoors are open. My church know I have an open door policy. You ain't got to go through 45 people to get to me. You can pick up the phone. You can call me. You can come by anytime, and we're here. And so I'm excited to have partners and pastors like Pastor Greg James and Pastor Stanley Walker, Pastor Lenora McFadden, Bishop Griffin, who's across the street from us, Pastor Chris Burney. We're coming together, Pastor RB Home. So we're coming together, and we're trying to make a difference within the community. But we can't do it by ourselves. We need help from those who sit in power, who have the position to turn on the faucet and to turn off the faucet. And our people are hurting. So when we pick up the phone, they should answer, because when they pick up the phone, they expect us to answer.
Indeed. No, very well said. Very well said. So pick up the phone, y'all. He's calling. He is calling. I love it. All right. Miss Iris just joined us. Greetings, Iris. They already shouted out your organizations, both of them earlier. Appreciate you. All right. And somebody's giving you an amen, Pastor. All right. So how can we, I mean, I know you talked about the separation, but what are some other ways that we can um, promote togetherness within a community?
Support.
Mhm.
I think when we're having something, whether it's my church or someone else's church or even a community event, that we should show up and support.
Absolutely.
I think our absence speaks volumes of separation.
Mhm.
So we should not just support this community resource day, but we should also support, the NAACP has a banquet coming up.
They do.
We need to go and support that. There's so many things in the community that's happening that we need to show up and be in support of. I think support helps to get rid of the separation that we're dealing with. Support and communication.
Yeah. Okay. I love it. We got Coach Merv out of Madison. He said, "Gotta respect what you're saying. I am huge on believing that a lot of this starts in the home, a lot of broken homes, Pastor." So Coach Merv has an organization that he's founded called Boys to Kings, and it is for young men, school age boys. And he runs a really tight ship over there, Pastor. I've been and visited and seen some of the stuff that he does, and he has a parent involvement rule. Like the boys want to go on these trips and do these activities, they've got to get their parents involved. So it's got a real
Wow.
great program that he started. He does some work over here in Tallahassee as well. And now his wife has started Girls to Queens. So something for the young ladies. And so Coach Merv, he's on it, doggone it. So he sees a lot of what's going on in the homes because he deals with the young people and their parents. So thank you, Coach Murray, for joining us tonight. Janita said, "That's right. These jokers don't need to come petitioning votes when with broken promises. Answer the phone." So Janita speaking up as well. She got exclamation points going, so she upset. Yeah. So again, it's just commendable the things that you've done, and super excited about this event coming up on Saturday. So, put this flyer up again so folks can see it. It's the Chapel's Community Resource Fair coming up this Saturday, November 8th, from 9 a.m. to 2. There's job training support, health screenings, housing assistance, a kids corner, food distribution, clothing giveaway, door prizes, and a whole car show. Like, I don't even know how they're gonna do all of that, but a whole car show at this
Yes.
community resource fair, okay? And it all takes place at Jacob Chapel Baptist Church, 2333 Lake Bradford Road. It's absolutely free. You don't have to register. Just show up and have a good time, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Carla, I know you are
Oh,
working tirelessly to pull this off. Like, I'm sure you have a team to help you pull it all together. Are you all in need of volunteers at all, or do you all have that already kind of taken care of?
absolutely no. You can never have enough volunteers. Come one,
Oh,
come all. We welcome as many people that want to be involved, that want to be a part of this impactful event. We encourage you. Please show up Saturday morning. If you can be there by 7 o'clock, great. I'll be there at 6:30. If you can't, come when you can. But we
okay.
welcome you. We will welcome you with open arms. We'll give you a volunteer T-shirt, and you can come in and blend with everybody else and just help out. So
Oh,
definitely, anybody that wants to partner, we do have a couple of sororities and fraternities and other organizations that will be coming out as well to commit of their time during the and volunteer as well. So definitely, we welcome anyone that has a heart for service and just wants to be a part of this impactful event. We welcome it.
nice. All right. So volunteer opportunities are available. So definitely reach out. We'll share contact information in just a little bit. I do want to ask, so I know that food and nutrition, food insecurity is a big part of the work that you all do. But if you don't mind sharing, what are some of your future hopes, aspirations as it relates to the work that you all do with the Chapel's Outreach Foundation?
So as it relates to food insecurity, we have some things in the hopper right now, trying to work with a couple of banks here locally to secure some funding so that we can, one, increase the number of resources we give through our food pantry at Jacob Chapel. Obviously, with the increased demand and need for food, we want to be able to support our church in their giving efforts as well. And so we are hoping that we can pack the pantry, overfill it so that not only we can increase the amount of what we're able to give to each individual family, but do so on a more frequent and reoccurring basis. So that's one of the areas we're working on. And then in addition to that, being able to set up some food distribution banks ourselves on Saturdays, having a pop-up location where the Chapel's Outreach Foundation can put together some non-perishable food boxes and put those out and give those to families that are in need as well. Here
Mm,
during the holiday season, we know that touchy, and there's a lot of people that are in lack during that season. And so our church pastors mentioned the initiatives that the chapel has going on as it relates to Thanksgiving and Christmas. So in addition to that, the Outreach Foundation, we're partnering with Elder Care Services to
okay.
serve as Christmas elves for our senior community, and
Nice.
give back to them by providing items on their Christmas wish lists. And so we will be hand delivering those gifts to them in conjunction with Elder Care Services. And then also we will be putting together a few Christmas food boxes for some families that are identified as being in need during that holiday season, just to kind of help bridge the gap. Obviously, definitely, I think this food insecurity thing, Nicole, is going to be an ongoing issue. This is not something that's going to remedy itself in the next month or so. And so the programs that we're putting in place, we are looking to extend those for at least a minimum of 6 months to be
Okay.
able to offer some type of non-perishable food items on a consistent basis to the community, either through the food pantry or either through other distribution sites that we set up. And then also just looking to partner with other food banks, those
Mm,
that we all are well familiar with, but there's also some others that might not be situated in North Florida, but are located here in Florida that we may potentially be able to partner with to gain access to additional resources as well. And then also thinking about working with the Kortney Center, going over and actually working in their kitchen to provide hot meals to our unhoused members of our community as well is something that's been pressing on our heart as well. And so that's just the starting point. I'm sure, I mean, I have a phenomenal team with very great ideas, and we're always thinking about how can we be the hands and feet of Christ? How can we be involved? How can we serve and give back to the community? And so this is just a starting point, and I'm sure it'll materialize over time. And we'll come up with many more initiatives that we can kind of make an impact in this food insecurity area, because it's not going away. And even when the SNAP benefits return, again, the food insecurity issue existed before the SNAP was taken away. It was just never addressed. It's now more prevalent,
Right.
and it's on, main scene, but it's been an issue. It's been an unresolved issue, an unaddressed issue, and we definitely need to band together as a community and figure out how to combat this issue within our communities.
Absolutely. So a few more folks have joined us. Warren Cave, he said, I'm late, but I'm here. Give me a recap. Miss Carla, speaking my language, can I say how I'm trying to help? Well, that's what we just talked about, Warren. We're talking about the last question was what other things are, what are some of the future plans of the Chapel's Outreach Foundation? Tanya Tinsdale said, just show up. Okay, yes, ma'am. All right. And Coach Merv said, thank you all for serving. And he's giving you much respect. And Tracy Golay joined us as well. Thank you for being here, Tracy. So I'm curious around, because I'm a gardener, had you all considered partnering with any of the community gardens to see if they have any maybe surplus or fresh fruits and vegetables that they can supply to your efforts?
So we haven't engaged any yet. I'm familiar with a couple of the local gardens here in town. I will say, though, however, Jacob Chapel Baptist Church has in the past had a community. Well, we've had our own garden. Our youth department would maintain and manage with different greens and things of that nature. One of the initiatives that's in the hopper for the Outreach Foundation is getting that garden back going and figuring out how we can establish that as a community garden. So we have space on site at Jacob Chapel Baptist Church that we could utilize for that purpose, to create our own community garden for the community. But to answer your question, Nicole, no, we haven't gone as far as to engage with any of the other local community gardens here, but very familiar with them. I can imagine that they're probably their resources are stretched too right now, considering how things are going, right?
Yeah, for sure. But just a thought, because, again, when we talk about, community churches, I think about, things like that. And I'm glad to hear that you all have in the past done a garden. So that's exciting. And if you could get the young people involved with that, I think that goes back to the you're not giving them a fish sandwiches, but teaching them how to fish.
Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Exactly.
So we're going to teach them how to grow their own.
Right.
Yeah. And one of the challenges, Nicole, right now, we partner with a lot of the distribution banks here locally, like Second Harvest, man.
Right.
Second Harvest has been out distributing food boxes left and right. They had something last Saturday. They have something else coming up. And a lot of the local churches and local organizations, we tap into those entities to assist us with providing food. At some point, their resources are going to be depleted. So the challenge is thinking outside the box and getting creative with other ways to come up with how we bridge the gap, because at some point we may not be able to go to a Second Harvest or, a farm share to rely on the resources that they have been providing to local nonprofits and churches and organizations. And so the foundation is really in that mindset of, okay, how do we think outside the box? Because, this well may run dry. Or maybe, at some point there may be a drought and there still is going to be a need to feed the people. So thinking outside of those boxes, like for us, going to those banks, hey, they hold the money. Put your money where your mouth is. How can you invest back into the communities? The communities establish accounts. We do business with you all. We make you very prevalent. So, what are you about? Like, how are you giving back to the community? Do you want to partner with us and be a part of making an impact and figuring out how we bridge this gap? So I think it's, thinking outside the box, tapping into those organizations and companies and corporations that have the money, that have the resources to be able to commit those resources to these types of initiatives and really, put their money where their mouth is and be about what they say they are about.
Absolutely. Great points. All right. We got Liz Jenkins who just joined us. Liz, we already shouted you out earlier, so thank you for being here. Alicia Dilbert, thank you for joining us. All right, and Warren is wanting to talk about his initiative, Mr. Clean Start Initiative, partnering with other organizations with the little help I can give. One thing I started Monday is selling detailing certificates. So Warren is dispersing gift cards to families in need. He's going to give $250 in gift cards out this week, he says. So definitely connect with him. All right. So we are really towards the end of our conversation, but I definitely want to give you all an opportunity to give some closing remarks and tell the folks how they can connect with you and mention this wonderful community resource fair that you're going to have on Saturday. So, Carla, we'll start with you.
All right. Well, you can definitely get in touch with the Chapel's Outreach Foundation. Check out our website. I encourage everybody to go and check it out. That's www.chapelofi.com. In addition to that, you can check us out on Facebook as well as Instagram at the Chapel's Outreach Foundation as well. Definitely email us info@chapelofi.com if you want to get involved, if you want to be a sponsor or a partner. We welcome it. We'd love to figure out a way that we can make an impact on the community together. So those are some of the ways you can get in contact with us. In addition to that, just show up at the events, right? This Saturday is a prime opportunity for you to come out, engage with us, really see firsthand what we're all about, and talk through how you may be able to be a part of that going forward. And so, hey, show up. We're welcoming anybody. Come one, come all. And if you want to volunteer, we welcome it.
Wonderful. All right, Pastor, closing remarks.
Well, it's going down like four flats on a Cadillac this Saturday from 9 to 2. I mean, we're going to be diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging in the scene with the gangster lean. Woo woo. I'm telling you, whatever you do, you don't want to die and go to heaven without coming out Saturday from 9 to 2. Listen, here at the chapel, we are Christ centered, Bible based, Holy Spirit led, and commission driven. We are the chapel, Jacob Chapel Baptist Church, a community of baptized believers for everybody. You can meet us here every Sunday, 8:30 a.m. for prayer, 9 o'clock Sunday school, 10:15 worship. You can come visit us, 2333 Lake Bradford Road, here in the city of Tallahassee. We're here every Thursday at 6:30. For our Bible study. But whatever you do, don't stop praying. And here at the chapel, we want you to know that we love you and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. We pray your strength here at the chapel.
Love it, love it, love it. All right. So I'm gonna put this flyer up one more again so you all can see the great event that they have coming up on this coming Saturday, November 8th, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Jacob Chapel. Lots of events, lots of activities rather. Free food, clothing giveaway, kids corner, job training, career support, health screening, housing assistance, and a whole car show. I just marvel at the car show piece. But they're gonna have it. It's going down, like he said, like four flats on the Cadillac. So you don't want to miss, don't want to miss it. Absolutely free. You don't have to register. Just show up. If you're interested in volunteering, show up. If you're interested in contributing, show up. All right. I hope this has benefited you all who have been our viewers. Thank you for your enthusiasm. Thank you for your comments. We really appreciate it. Definitely connect with them. Definitely go to the resource fair. We are all in this together. We need all the support we can get. For those of you who may be new to the Conversations with Nicole platform, once again, I invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're here on Mondays and Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. Focus on primarily on mental health and wellness, but wellness extends beyond just mental wellness. It's physical wellness, it's social, it's emotional, it's vocational, it's financial, it's environmental, it's spiritual. And so we cover it all. So I want to thank you, Pastor Haigler and Carla McBride, for being my guest today. I really, really appreciate y'all. And oh, I'm so just overjoyed with all the work that you all are doing in the community. May God continue to bless all that you put your hands to, because you are doing the work. You really are. All right. So we got a few comments. Great interview. Thank you so much. Amen. Thank you. Marcus, my cheerleader. Please share and subscribe. Amen. Thank you, Marcus. And Willeen, thank you for all that you do, Nicole. My pleasure. Thank y'all so much. All right. Listen, y'all have a great rest of the night. And hopefully they will see y'all on Saturday at the resource fair. Peace. Good night.